big story this week is the UK government plan to house 300 asylum seekers in the Cameron barracks in Inverness, which I'm told is in the city centre. Now, the backdrop to this is that the Labour government is trying to move away from asylum hotels. I think there's a consensus that that policy has been an absolute disaster in terms of cost, community relations, and in terms of the treatment of the asylum seekers themselves. They're looking for a raft of alternatives. One of them seems to be using army barracks, and one of these is in Inverness. It'd be fair to say that this has gone down badly locally. There's criticism from Highland Council, local politicians. The Scottish government is weighed in as well. Now, Smitty, I'm kind of conflicted on this. I think that the devil's always in the detail with these proposals. I think we have to look at it seriously, and there may be merit to this. But the broader point is we do have to house asylum seekers somewhere. If we're moving away from this policy of hotels, unless there's a proposal to give 300 asylum seekers flats in Inverness, surely this is something that is worthy of consideration rather than a kind of knee-jerk oppositionist, not in my backyard perspective.
Yeah, it seems like a sensible use of resources that are sitting there empty, as long as it can be done in a way which is humane. And a lot of these asylum seekers are genuine asylum seekers, and they should not at any point, I think, feel like they're in prison. But these barracks seem like a sensible place to give people the support and the help they need in one place before their claims are processed. And for that reason, I think these barrack plans, whether it's in Inverness or near Edinburgh or England or anywhere else in the UK, it seems to be a very sensible plan. What's staggering to me is there's a lot of people on the centre and left in Scotland who like to present themselves and they like to describe Scotland as an exceptionally welcoming place for refugees and asylum seekers. And yet, when a plan like this is mooted, suddenly, especially if it's in a marginal constituency, that welcome door seems to be shut firmly in their face. And I'm thinking here of John Swinney, who's famously been very forthcoming in saying that we welcome asylum seekers and we welcome refugees, but now he's got misgivings about this plan, which seems to me a very sensible way to take the sting out of the hotels situation. Let's be honest, the hotels' way of dealing with this was a disaster given to us by the Tories, and Labour are trying to sort that mess out. But the fears of people and the concerns of people in places like Falkirk were in many cases quite legitimate, and Labour are trying to sort that mess out. This seems like a sensible solution. I just think that there's a lot of opportunism and hypocrisy among those who are now opposing it.